All right, welcome to this session of core. We are doing all plank. It's some plain and simple plank with a little added variation as we move through. We will be doing each exercise 3 times. All right, you ready? So we're gonna come, it's all 30 seconds of each one. Before we get started, I just want to demonstrate all of the options for plank. So you can be down here on the floor, and I'm going to start with the hardest. Feet, toes on the ground, hands on the ground. You can be on your elbows or your forearms, as we call it. And then you can also be on your knees and on your hands or your forearms. And then last but not least, definitely not, you can come to the wall and hold your plank here. This is amazing and very good. I'll demonstrate all of the moves in all of the positions so that you can choose which one you want to do. All right, we're starting with a full plank, whichever one you decide that you want to do for 30 seconds. You ready? I'm going to be on my forearms and on my toes. Let's go. We're here 30 seconds. So what I want you to think about is pressing your hands or your elbows down into the ground, and then pressing your toes into the ground, and your head, you're looking down but not back. You're not looking forward, you're looking between your hands if you are in your forearm plank, and out in front of your hands if you're on your hands. And rest. Okay, that's our first move. Second move, we've got plank up and downs. Okay. So on the ground, I definitely recommend doing this on your knees. If you're down here, you're gonna drop down, one hand comes down, and then the other hand, and then press up one at a time. You can do this on your toes. Go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show those of you who are on the wall how to do that here. So you're in the wall, you're just gonna drop elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Same thing, elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Try to alternate sides as you move through this. So you're down on your right, left. Then left, right. And 2 more seconds, and rest. Whew, 30 seconds is up. Next up, we've got a side plank. This one's a little harder to do in the standing position, although you can. So you can come here, keeping your hip up. You're gonna feel it in your side body. Otherwise, come down to the ground and you can be on your knee, like this, or on your feet. And here we go. The timer is going. So I want your hip up, your feet are stacked, your knees are stacked, and if you're on your knee, you have one, your hips are stacked, your leg is stacked right over your knee, and we're here for another 10 seconds. And 4, 3, 2, and rest. And then we're just gonna switch over to the other side. So again, you can do that standing against the wall. You can be on your elbow, or you can be on your hand here. I'll do this one on my hand. So here we go. Stacking your shoulders, and then your hips, and your ankles, arms up nice and high. Nice work, keep that hip up, and we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower yourself down. We're gonna start all over again. You ready? So we're going to our plank, whether on the wall or on the floor, on your hands, on your forearms, on your toes, or on your knees. Here we go, 30 seconds. So nice straight body, pressing your hands or forearms into the ground, pressing your toes into the ground. Head is looking a little bit in front of your hands if your hands are down. I'm sorry, yeah, a little bit between your hands if you're on your forearms. Woo. 3, 2, set those knees down. All right, give yourself a little break, shake it out. Then we're going to those plank up and downs. So coming forward, get into your plank position. We drop down on one elbow, down on the other, up, up, then switch the side. So on this, the goal is to try to keep your hips as square to the ground as possible. And always opt for the easiest version of this until you feel really strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Rest. We're going to our side plank. So get ready. I'm going to do this on my forearm. And here we go. So elbow and shoulders stacked one over the other. Hips stacked one over the other, nice straight line. Knees. So second time, you know what you're doing. You have a better feeling for it. I'm here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we switch over to the other side. And here we go. And come up. And let's do it. Breathing. Thinking about stacking those hips, stacking the knees. If you're on your feet, stacking your ankles. Head is in line with your back. Keeping your hip up nice and high. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and set everything down. Okay, one more time. Through everything. We start with that plank. Of course, you can always stop the video whenever you want. So if 2 times was enough, go ahead and stop. Otherwise, let's do it. Here we go, plank. 30 seconds. Get in your position. Let's do it. Stacking your shoulders right over your, whatever joint is underneath them, whether that's your wrist or your elbow. An isometric hold like this is really good for strengthening the little muscles that are stabilizers. So it's important to do moves that don't move. 3, 2, and rest. Okay. Coming into our plank up and downs. A little bit louder, 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna go. Coming up on the plank on your hands. Dropping down to elbow, elbow, hand, hand. And then switching sides. Try to keep those hips square to the ground. And 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Whew. All right. Side plank on each side, and then we're done. And you have done an amazing core exercise. All right. So getting into your plank position, whether it's on the wall, on your feet, on your knees, and let's go. So this time I'm going to add a little bit of a challenge. Take your arm and bring it over your head. And then you're going to reach over sort of like a rainbow, and then come back to your starting position of just having your hand over your head. So it's up and then down just a tiny bit. Woo. And we have 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Beautiful. Okay, one more. Side plank. Going in 3, 2, let's do it. Okay, hold that hand up, getting everything nice and aligned. Ankles over ankles, hips over hips, and bring that arm overhead, and then lift your hips just a little bit higher. Beautiful. We're almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that hip down. Come to seated. I really hope that you feel proud of yourself. That was an awesome plank challenge. Thank you.